Football in Focus, tee up indoors on Battleground Avenue. Got Drew Attmore with us, and Drew Attmore II. First of all, a couple of years ago, Dudley won that state title. Was the quarterback Jameer Slade then?
Yes.
I thought he was. I was trying to think about that today. I said, man, there's so many titles. You got Hooker, you got Emmanuel Mosley, you got all these guys that led them to championship. Like, it had to be Slade just a couple of years ago. This is a man here who's going to try to take him to that title game again. Take me back to August. We talked back in August.
All right.
What were you thinking back in August when the season was getting going? You and I talked over in the classroom over at Dudley that day. What were you thinking back then?
Right. So, you know how we ended the last season off. You know, we were a second-round exit. So, we came back this season. We knew our goal from the beginning. The time we lost, those guys that returned, we knew our goal. We didn't want to feel how we felt when we lost in the second round at home last year. So, you know, we worked super hard over the summer. You know, our coaches had us doing some crazy workouts. I mean, it's a different feeling when you lose in the second round, and especially at home.
And got whipped pretty bad.
Yeah, and by 30.
But you guys learned a lot that game too, though.
Absolutely. You know, just, you know, going back to the summer, going into August, you know, we came together as a team. We knew our goals. Everybody wanted it. You know, no guys were being selfish. You know, we were actually coming together as a team. So we knew in August when you know, I didn't play that first quarter in Page.
Right.
And then I came in and we won the game.
C.J. Neely's wide open. You got it to him, man. C.J. He's one-on-one. He's burning it down the left side.
Right.
Tearing it up.
We knew that moment, you know, it was going to be special. We knew, you know, if we're all on the same page, we all have the same mindset, if we're, you know, clicking together, we're unstoppable. And, you know, Coach Hall preached that. Coach Davis preached that. So we knew that in August.
Coming in from last year, this year, I thought this year coming in would be yourself, be Andrew Attmore II, Tanner Ballou, and Jemias Ferrer. Those are my top three quarterbacks. Ferrer skips out, just plays basketball. Last year it was Ryan Stevens, Tanner Ballou, and also yourself, Andrew Attmore II. But this year it kind of became, a three-man race between as quarterback goes. Andrew Attmore II, then Faison Brandon kind of moves up number 2, and then Tanner Ballou kind of dropped number 3 overall as far as numbers go. But, I mean, you took over.
Right.
And put the numbers up, and when you put the numbers up, it's a good thing, because it usually means, if you put the numbers up, it usually means the team's winning. That's what it led to. It led to wins.
Mm-hmm. So I knew last year that I was being overlooked. That was my first year starting. You know, I was behind 2 years in a row. My freshman and sophomore year, I was behind a great quarterback, Alonzo Barnett. He's now at JMU. You know, I was always overlooked, or actually, you know, like at Grimsley, I didn't get, you know, to play as much.
Right.
I mean, he was a great quarterback.
Certainly.
But, you know, me making that transfer move, I knew automatically I had to work. It was a different.
It wasn't going to be given to you on a platter.
Right.
You had to earn it. Yeah.
Right. It was a different switch that kicked in. So, you know, my junior year, I was overlooked. And me coming in this year, I knew I had to make a statement. So, you know, it's my guys, myself. You know, me staying in the playbook, me staying on film, knowing what defenses that team is going against, what blitzes they might run, what, you know, formation they might, if we go in this formation, what defense they might go in. You know, me staying in the playbook and film, you know, that's something that I could see from myself that changed from last year and this year. I could say I'm more mentally locked into the game.
Sure.
So in me doing that, also, you know, it helps on the field, and I prove myself.
You got your confidence up right now. It's got to be up right now.
Absolutely. You know.
It's got to be up too, because you ran for a touchdown last week. I've not seen that before, but that 6 or 7 yard TD run, was that a called play for the quarterback to run the ball?
Yeah. You know, our run game was going crazy against Crest. And, you know, we had just threw a ball to CJ, and he got us down to about inside the 10 or so. Or actually, it was probably inside the 15. We got an offsides call, moved us inside the 10. And then Coach Hall just looked my way. He told me, "It's you."
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I'm about to score this.
This is good stuff. Good stuff. You know, all the numbers are great. One thing eluding you guys, Dudley's had them before, but you want them for this group you're with now. You want that state title. You got to get that West Regional title first. That would be tomorrow night versus Hickory. Get the West Regional title, but then the state championship. That's within your grasp, within your reach. You guys want that, and you want it bad.
Absolutely. It's been a pattern, you know, the past few state championships. You know, Ricky Lou, he won it back to back, but he also won it his senior year. I think Emmanuel Mosey, he won it his senior year. Hendon Hooker won it his senior year. Jameer Slade won it his senior year.
Here you are.
So it's my time now.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. I like that too. Going back to Ricky Lewis, because Ricky Lewis Jr., all those guys, and you picked it up all those guys were also running quarterbacks. You picked it up last week, so now you're a running threat too. Yeah.
Hey, I like to say him a little bit at times.
But see, it's going to give the defense something else to be aware of. That's for sure. They see the 7 instead of the 2 back there. The 7's running the ball. They may not expect that.
That's something, you know, Coach Hall has. You know, he hadn't really bring it out, you know, except for, you know, against Crest and stuff, because we really haven't needed to. Our passing game has been affected, and also our running backs have been going crazy with their run game.
You got to love those guys.
Absolutely.
Man, you got to love 21 and 22.
Yeah, number 21 and number 22. It's like the defense, they don't know what they're doing. They can't game plan for us.
And the thing about Southern is, and Brown also, both in the same regard, they're very good receiving running backs. They get that ball out to they catch that pass. Those guys can go.
Absolutely. So that's what I was going back to, like, defenses and defensive coordinators, they can't really game plan for us because, you know, we might show something last week, come out this week, new formation.
Tweak it.
Tweak the formation, but do the same thing, and you'll never see it coming. And, you know, those guys are two shifty guys. If they see a hole, they could be running that way. If they see a hole that way, they're making that cut. They're making that cut, and they're going to make big runs, hard runs, if they're going to put their head down and get what they can get. So
talk about your receivers. Just each guy, describe a little bit. You got Neely, who's out there, number 0. What about him?
You know, CJ, I would say he's one of our bigger receivers. Like, he's one of those guys that's going to go make a play on the ball.
Clutch.
Yeah, he's going to make a play on the ball. You also get it in his hands, he's going to make somebody miss. So he's going to stiff arm somebody. He's
a tough man to look at one-on-one. You try to, if he gets by you, I mean, you got the arm to get it to him. He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. You know,
if he's not gone, he's going to get you 50 yards.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one thing I can say about all of my receivers, they have done a great job this year, you know, catching the ball.
Yeah.
You know.
Boy, last week, I thought that's a good thing because last I watched, man, you were putting that ball right to the shoulder pad last week. Sometimes you lead them a little bit. Last week, Newkirk, especially middle of the field, that one pass right on the corner of those shoulder pads, right there at him. He got it.
You know, last week, that deep pass to Nas, so what I seen was, you know, our corner, it was like a little switch verse. And, you know, the corner on Cordell, he bailed, played back. And Nas was splitting in between those two defenders. But one thing I did see was one defender was overrunning Nas. So I couldn't lead it. If I was to lead it, then it would have possibly been a pick. So I had to throw it in between those guys and throw it at his inside shoulder, in which he made, you know, adjustment to the ball, turned around, caught it, and then scored. So, you know, that's one thing I could say about Nas. Also, he does great with adjusting to balls. So, like, I can put it into a point. If he's running somewhere, he's going to adjust himself to get that ball to where I'm putting it.
You've got some good comeback receivers. Sometimes that ball might be a slight underthrown just a bit, but those guys come back and get it and then still make more yards.
Absolutely.
Love that. It's kind of like a person driving a car in heavy traffic. You know, you're driving on a highway with a car. You got to make a lot of decisions, split-second decisions, and driving a vehicle in that heavy traffic, going to Charlotte, down to 85, a lot of heavy traffic. As a quarterback, you got to make quick decisions too. You can't sit and say, you make those decisions quick. You almost got to be looking ahead almost.
Right. And, like, our offense that we run, it's not just a pre-snap read. We're running this play. If you see it this way, that's where we're going to throw it. We do progressions. So it's like a lot of split-second progression reads that I have to make. Now, we also do have, yes, pre-snap reads, but, it's a lot of progression reads, and that's also Coach Hall putting his trust in me and me showing Coach Hall that I can do that. It helped us.
Yep.
Being able, to spread the ball around, not just throwing it to one or two people.
Go out there and make me a play is what the coach is telling you. Yeah.
Exactly. Go out there and make a play. If you're open, then you're open. We're not running a specific play just for one specific person.
Talking about people, we talked about Neely some, talked about Newkirk. What about Bartley? Because it seems like Bartley, you get that ball in his hands, it's like going to the track meet.
Man, Cordell is special. Like, he is a special guy. You could throw a screen pass to him, and we could be on the 1 yard line. We throw a screen pass to him, he's gonna take that ball 99 yards and score. And one thing about him is he is not gonna go down. And if you're in his way, he's not gonna try to juke you. He may a few times, but he's gonna run straight through you, and that's just his mentality.
Yeah.
That's my guy. I go to school with him at the NAT Middle College, so I know him, and me and him watch film together.
Mm-hmm.
So I know his mentality. I know how he thinks, and every week, that's my guy. So I know I can trust him just with all of my other receivers, going along with CJ, Nas, and also AJ.
Lee.
Yeah,
Lee.
Yeah, AJ we call AJ our secret weapon. Don't nobody really expect AJ to go out there and make a play, but every time the ball is going to AJ, he makes a spectacular play. So
makes everybody look good.
Absolutely.
And quickly, we got to go with the offensive line. On the right tackle, who do you see at right tackle?
Our right tackle is Eric Gant.
Who's your left? Go right tackle. Who's your right tackle? Or right tackle, right guard. Right guard.
Right guard. That's Braxton Smith.
You doing well. How about the center?
Bowie.
Left guard.
That is Javion Jones.
Okay. Left tackle.
Emmanuel Blackwell.
Man, you got them. You got to know those guys because they're doing a heck of a job for you.
Absolutely.
Especially with that empty backfield. Those guys got to block extra hard.
I've been so proud of those guys, and I've told them that I've been so proud of them because, from the beginning of the season to now, just the progression that I've seen them go through the whole season is just mind-blowing that week by week
That's
that they're
probably one of the
better
most improved parts of that team. You stop and think about it. The defensive line was going to be ready because they had Samad Bell anchoring them, Ishmael, Monday, and then they had the big inside guys with Ratliff and Dakota Brown. But that offensive line has really improved and matured over the years, like you're saying.
Absolutely. We had 3 returning guys, which in Braxton Smith, Jaden Bowie, and Emmanuel Blackwell. So, those guys coming from last year, they were already, helping with Javion Jones along with Eric Gant.
And it's a good thing, too, because you got 5 starters. You're also playing 2 or 3 other guys to go with those guys to help out.
Absolutely. Those guys are they're picking up. They're picking up if like one guy's messing up, they'll step in and they'll do their job. It's like I was saying before, it's not just one guy or 5 guys going along with the O-line.
It's a unit.
It's a unit, right? Mm-hmm. So, and that's also one thing that Coach Hall has not just while I was here, before I was here, getting everybody burned. So, so just in case this guy gets hurt, you got to step up. You know what you have to do. So that's one thing I could say that I've seen since I've been here with Coach Hall, along with, his, picking his brains and stuff. That I've seen with the other guys.
Is Ian Blackwell related to Jerron Blackwell? They're much different in size.
Nah, they're not related.
Same last name, but no relation.
Yeah.
If you could play defense, what position would you play if you were playing defense? How about that?
I don't know. Like, yeah, I was gonna say
DB?
like strong. Mm-hmm, yeah, like strong safety.
Is there a defensive player you look at watching the game, you kind of say, man, I wish I could emulate or kind of follow in his footsteps? There's defensive player
on our team?
Yeah, on your team during the game, you say, man, that guy is tearing it up out there.
I'm not like Cordell.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to play defense, like on someone on our team, I would want to play just like Cordell.
Like him.
Like just like I was saying before, his mentality, like he has that any guy ahead of me, I'm going to dominate. Like, that's his mentality every time, every play.
He's kind of got a mentality like a guy from Page years ago. James Summers had that same mentality. James was a championship quarterback. he had that same going in. He'd tell you so. He said, "Man, this guy's cocky," but man, he went out and did it. And when you can do it and back it up, and you say it and you prove it, I mean, it's truth. It's the truth.
And that's also one thing I could say about our whole entire team. We are humble. You know, all of this, you know, hype that's been going on with us.
And you're going to get a lot more now than you had before, because you guys are the only kids left on the block right now.
Right. And like all this hype that's been going on with us, I feel like that everybody has taken that well. You know, they haven't got, you know, oh yeah, we just beat the #1 seed. Mm-hmm. You know, we're the best in Greensboro because Grimsley lost. Like other people are putting that on us. Right. Not us putting that on us.
You guys are putting uniforms on the pads on. Let's go play football. That's what you guys want to do.
Absolutely. You know, things like the media, people saying stuff to us. It's not getting to our head. You know, we're taking it day by day, week by week, and everybody, you know, it's just the next week for us. Another team ahead of us.
Got to appreciate it, and then go do it the next week.
Right, absolutely.
So Hickory this week, what do you see in Hickory? What's this team look like?
Hickory has a lot of playmakers. You know, they have a decent amount of playmakers, but we also do too.
Certainly.
So, and I also seen on the article that the coaches, I think it was either the head coach or something, he said that he told their guys not to let us win before the game even starts. So, you know, we are big. I can't say that. We're a big team, probably one of the bigger teams that they did see this whole season. But you know, we're going to come in the same
mentality.
For
Dudley. I'm kind of happy for Dudley to have that reputation. I think that's good to carry in because you live up to it. And Coach Denoris Best going to get you guys fired up before the game. He's got that torn Achilles tendon. That guy's out on crutches. I mean, that gets me motivated right there. That guy's digging. He throws the crutches down. He's hopping around. He's got you guys going. I mean, you guys get fired up. You're ready to go. And you carry that legacy with you, but you work to and live up to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, Coach Best against J.M. Robinson, you know, he was doing his hype thing before the game. And then I think he stepped in like a hole or something. And then he tore it. He knew it. I could see it in his face and how he was talking when he was saying what he was saying. And then next thing you know, as soon as but he stayed out there when he tore his Achilles. He stayed out there the whole time. And
he's coaching through it right now.
Yes,
he's going to get it done. Get the surgeon after the season. He's going to coach through it. Yeah.
He's been out there every day at practice. You know, last week at Crest, he was still out there doing our pregame ritual. So. You know, it's nothing with us. Yeah. Like, nothing can stop us. Even with adversity, nothing can stop us. And one thing that I did tell the team against Crest, when the game was tied 27-27, and everybody's head was down because they just scored, I told them, y'all act like we have not been here before. Last week, the week before, J.M. Robinson were beating us 21-20. And what did we do? Come right back out there and score 19.
You were down twice versus West Iredale. You were down 7-0 and 14-7. You guys came back and took over. And you guys beat them last week. You beat Crest 46-34. That score does not indicate that game was not that close, in my opinion.
It wasn't. I think we were winning by close to 20.
Yeah, and they popped in a late touchdown.
Yeah, they popped in a late touchdown with like 2 minutes left in the game. But like I said before, you know, we're together, we're a unit. If we're together and we're a unit every game, then there's no team that can stop us. And you know, Coach Davis, Coach Hall. Coach
tell me about Coach Hall. First of all, give him a couple of props here. Coach Hall, the offense he's put together, because he's really been like the professor, kind of dissected this thing, broke it down, laid it out for you guys on the table, and you guys look at it and you all put it together.
Right. You know, Coach Hall is a great guy. Like he's in his books. He's in the film every day. He has meetings with us every day, watching film, tells us what to look for, and his playbook. Like he comes up with things on the spot.
He builds them.
He built his own playbook. Like every week, it's a few new installs. You know, and you know sometimes there's not much that he needs to install because he's installed so much throughout the season that, you know, maybe that week we didn't need to pull it out, but maybe 2 weeks later we need to pull it out. And, you know, his his thinking on the spot in the game, breaking down things to us. Yes, adjustments in the game. Like it's mind blowing.
Probably saved you a few times.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Like sometimes he'll see something that I didn't see, and when I come to the sideline, he'll go into the tablet, be like, "Look, this guy went there. This came open," and you know, it's just crazy playing behind him because. You know, he's taught me so much when I first
probably feel like going
here.
into some practice. What's he going to come up next? You know, something new's coming around here.
And one thing he put his trust in me my first year there, last year. You know, he just put everything on me because he knew I could take it. Like going through that summer, you know, I was just coming in learning his offense. You know, but he also is my teacher at A&T Middle College.
Right, that helps.
So that helps a lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if I have any questions that, you know, I need to be answered, then I could just go to his classroom, ask him, he can tell me. And, you know, that it helps a lot because, you know, just being, you know, with him.
Yeah, he's been your kind of your guardian, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Like a guardian angel in some ways.
Absolutely. He's a special guy.
What about Coach Stephen Davis, the leadership? We talk about all the D's for Dudley, determination, discipline, dedication, defense, and Dudley, and then also Davis. That D is big in Davis, too.
Right. You know, Coach Davis last year, you know, it was my first year. He didn't know really how to feel about me a little bit. But then I came and I, you know, proved myself, you know. Coach Davis has been hard on me ever since I came. Still hard on me to this day.
You gotta like it.
Yeah, and that's something that I need.
Yeah.
And I never look at Coach Davis any type of sideways because he's getting on me. I take what he's saying because, I mean, this guy has 5 state championships.
And plus, he knows every detail. I asked him before the games about a year about a player back. He'll give you the year. Boom, that was 2002, 2004. Boom, he knows them all.
Right. Like he's really detailed when it comes to things. You know, alongside with Coach Hall, you know, during the game, Coach Hall would like to critique me and things like that. You know, Coach Davis is the one, you know, telling me that I should be doing this, and that. But it's like you need that balance. Mm-hmm. You know, this
good cop, bad cop sometimes.
Right, absolutely. But it's sometimes him not being the bad cop. It's also something that I actually need, like, you know, to hit that switch for me to. Yeah, okay, this is that. Right. Get my reads faster or something like just that in general, you know. It's been a blessing playing behind him also.
Tell you one thing, having both those coaches there at Dudley means a lot. It means a lot tomorrow night against Hickory. Going into the game, kind of closes out with Andrew Attmore here, the second on Greensboro Sports Football in Focus, Tip Indoors. What does Dudley need to do to beat the Hickory Tornadoes tomorrow night and move on to the state championship game?
I'll say play as a unit. You know, stay focused, play hard, play tough. Don't get ahead of ourselves. Don't underestimate just the other team. You know, just because they're supposedly the underdogs, that doesn't mean anything to us.
You need to do this, and Coach Davis says it, and others say it well. Play Dudley football.
Absolutely.
Play Dudley football.
Absolutely.
Andrew Attmore the second. Drew Attmore, excellent job. We'll see you again tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll see you again after the game or sometime before the game next week.
Absolutely.
You got it. Excellent job. Football in Focus going to do.